Hello, and welcome to Off the Field and Screens. Chad and Mary Ruth go to the movies. I'm one of your hosts, Chad, and that's...
Not Mary Ruth?
I hope it's Mary Ruth. Anyhow, we've been away for a while.
I got COVID.
COVID, vacation, life. But anyway, we're going to do a kind of a speed run through the last three movies we've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Starting with Good Boy.
Oh, Good Boy.
What'd you think about it?
Loved it. Great.
Why?
No notes.
No notes. No notes?
No notes.
No notes.
Oh, I mean, it's a fresh perspective on a very not overdone genre, but a genre where a lot of stuff gets produced. And I feel like that's kind of been a consistent thing we've been saying about horror films this year. So we like when they take kind of an old trope and redo it. So, like, gonna bring up a movie we did not see in the theaters but did watch this year, Late Night with the Devil. It's a possession film.
Yeah.
But it's a completely different possession film than we're used to. It's almost like The Ring, completely different than the Ring was. Similar but different, right? So Good Boy was a simple kind of like ghosty possession film in a creepy old house.
Yeah.
But the dog made it fresh.
Yeah, because they had to shoot it. They shot it through like the perspective of a dog, and it created an easy conflict in that the dog could see things that the humans couldn't. So there was a natural tension between what the audience was experiencing and what the character was experiencing. My review is the best films to compare this to, and this is partially going to seem weird, is The Presence, in that it was something unexpected.
Yes, that's another one I was thinking of. The Presence kind of like did a different perspective take on a horror film.
Yeah.
Well, it's not really horror.
Yeah, I mean it was, but it wasn't. And then F1. And
yeah, that's weird.
The F1 comparison is because it was so immersive.
It was.
This was a horror story where I felt like it was like I was inside the movie, like it was happening like to me.
Yeah, there's something, and I think they said this at the end of the movie. There's something about the dog is almost a blank slate because we interpret that as fear, anxiety, and that's just the dog being his serious self.
Just being a dog.
Being a dog.
And I think the question about what is real and imagined kind of played well with the horror. That's kind of that comparison to The Presence. And it didn't rely on like social commentary, which a lot of horror films do now, like Sinners or Weapons, which were both super effective, great films. But they really relied on, there's a lot of social commentary in those, and it didn't rely on the over-the-top budget of like a Conjuring the Last Rites, which had a lot of like craziness in it. Instead, it solely said storytelling.
Yeah.
It was like, this is how we're going to do it.
Low
just
budget.
Simple lighting, small creaks and whistles.
It made it feel very personal.
Yeah.
And you could tell it was a project done with a lot of time and effort and love. Yeah.
So, of our list, I believe this should still be 7 for me.
It is.
Okay.
It is 7 for you. 7 out of now 36.
7 out of 36.
And to me, it cracks my top 10. It's number 10 for me. When I placed it, it was number 9.
Okay.
But we've seen another movie that since has taken its place, which was
Black Phone 2. So what did you think about this one?
A horror sequel.
A what? A horror?
This is Tyler Dale said this to me too when I was doing like
Yeah.
my speech and dictation classes. I said horror, and he was like, "Make sure you really emphasize that second syllable, the there."
It's my favorite horror movie. What?
I said horror.
Horror.
Right. It starts sounding like Danny DeVito and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It actually had something to say besides, oh my god, money grab sequel, Conjuring movies.
Yeah, there's a lot of those now. And it didn't just retell the original story. It had some new ideas to say and played on the themes.
Yes,
in
it's
new
a
way.
natural extension to the stories. Yeah, building on the themes and the plot points. Like, what happens when you can contact the dead and the dead are trying to be helpful? What happens then when an evil presence contacts you? Well, also, we looked this up, like, the author the original story is based on called the director up, and he was like, I have an idea. And the guy was like, I don't know. I don't really want to do a sequel. And then he said something like, Finn picks up the phone, and it's the grabber on the other line, and the director's like, sign me up.
Yeah. And I think the acting in it was really good. I think all the principals were fantastic.
Kid actors that were, and I'm not trying to say kid actors are bad. It's very hard to be a child actor, but like 2 child actors that I think did a really good job. And like, it's hard to cast 1 child actor.
Yeah.
And they cast like 3 that did a great job.
Mel did well. The horror genre recently, I think the acting style has really started to focus on either stoicism or like extremely heightened. See Nicolas Cage and Longlegs. So there's like either this like bland, not bland, but this very like focused stoic, like nothing can phase, nothing gets behind. It's almost the audience putting onto that blank slate. And
like
then there's
indie.
and like the one we talked, the dog, he was a good dog. He's a good boy. And then the heightened, and this film actually used kind of both. It kind of veered between the very theatrical with the
clowning,
all the hands and miming.
But like we talked about, somehow like it's very theatrical but also terrifying.
Yeah. Well, it's something funny like someone ice skating towards you.
You feel like aggressively ice skates towards you should be like
It should be funny.
Funny stage direction, or not, it's not stage direction, whatever it's.
Yeah.
I forget the screenplay equivalent, but that was like truly terrifying.
Yeah.
Like, in the theater, I was like,
it feels a little bit. It felt a little bit like seeing a predator when it was too late to run away, because they were like in their bare feet. Not bare feet, but they had like tennis shoes on the ice,
and he's like
skating. There's no way they could get away.
Yeah.
Again, it blends a lot of different types of storytelling, which I really liked. Like it kind of mixed like the grainy film, the grotesque imagery, and the possession stories of great cinema.
I loved like the Super 8 or 8mm. Cinematography during the dream sequences. That was such a cool detail.
Which reminded me of the Longlegs weapons and the original Conjuring. It had like elements of all of those, like the best hits, which makes sense with Scott Derrickson.
Definitely.
Because he's horror genius, and then it mixed like the quirky mystery elements of like Supernatural or Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, well,
where it felt a little bit like the Scooby Gang, like when they were all huddled up in that building trying to figure out, well, how do we
very
destroy
like locked room mystery. I also I think I said this earlier. I got a sense of like the fun campy vibe of like Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th. but done in a different manner. So like I was kind of like fresh and new. I was also a really creepy part. I felt like is when like you see the little girl sleepwalking and then doing like some freaky stuff. Like looks like a possession. Looks like something happens in a possession, but like somehow they made it feel a lot more like something was picking her up. It was like the guy was picking her up. It wasn't just like supernatural. It felt like in some way felt a little more like tangible. I think it's like when we talk about how CGI has to have weight to feel good.
Yeah.
It's like those special effects had weight.
Yeah. And then I guess to wrap up discussion on this, I would say that the biggest thing for this one is that it was entertaining.
Yeah.
And that's because it has all the stuff, the scaring the audience elements. But in the end, the narrative combines like the personal growth with the Scooby-Doo gang and all the interesting world building elements, makes it just fun to watch. And it's something like the extended world building in this one makes me like, I would watch another one. Like, what mystery could they solve next?
Yeah, exactly. And I love the fact that in this world, you can just like
supernatural
kick the shit out of a ghost.
Yeah.
That was I really liked that addition, and it also like a kind of fun way of playing. We talked about this stuff playing on like, Finn's abilities from his mother. You said I think that like the daughter's like taking the physical realm into the spiritual realm.
Yeah.
And he's kind of like manipulating the spiritual realm and the physical realm.
Yeah.
So I liked that.
They kind of have like the inverse where they cover the different angles.
Yeah.
Because it was different to see like a human being beat up a demon.
That's great. Another wonderful thing
I found you.
I love about the Black Phone series is like good triumphs over evil, and evil is just evil. Like they expanded the character in a way here, but he was still just like a one-note evil guy, but in a great way.
I've been saying that for a while. I think we've gone too far. Not too far, but I think we're ready to be done with they're evil because this thing happened to them. And like for a while it was interesting because they were very bland, like mwahaha type antagonists. But I do think it's nice that we're moving back into that guy is a piece of crap, and pieces of crap got what they deserved.
Twice.
Yeah, two movies in a row.
In the next.
Yes, he got it. He got it in the physical and the spiritual world. He got what he deserved.
Yeah, I would love to see talking about like what's mysteries they can solve next. Love to see like a prequel with their mom or something might be fun. Yeah. So where did this rank for you?
This one fell at number 8, one spot behind Good Boy. And I think Good Boy, too, because how we rank our films is expectations. Mm-hmm. That, like, went far beyond anything I could have imagined for a movie that just follows the adventure of a dog.
Yes. I guess I had been seeing some things about New Boy, so I knew it was going to be good, but it did exceed my expectations. What did I say?
You said New Boy. It's New Girl.
Who's that dog?
Yeah.
Anyway, and with Black Phone 2, I feel like I have such low expectations for like sequel horror films. I'll say it again, The Conjuring and the stupid Demon Mirror, so that it really exceeded my expectations.
Demon what?
The Demon Mirror.
Mirror? The mirror of horror?
This is not the time or the place.
It is exactly the time and the place. This is what the people pay for, all 8 of our viewers. I just winked at the camera.
So this to me was number 9. So kind of like very close. Like it's Black Phone 2, Good Boy.
How many of our top 10 are in this genre?
A lot. It's been a good year for horror.
Okay.
Sinners, The Presence. For me, 28 years later.
Mm-hmm.
Weapons, Black Phone, Good Boy. So my top 10 is 60% horror films. Horror films. For Chad here, Sinners, Good Boy, Black Phone, The Presence. So 40%.
It's pretty good for one genre.
Mm-hmm. All right, and now we are going into a different genre.
Yes, we saw Predator Badlands.
Kind of like on a whim. It was like we wanted to see something and nothing was like really speaking to us. It was an hour 40. We're like, okay, yeah, let's go see it.
Yeah, going on a weeknight.
Yeah.
It is, I'd say it's a solid, like, popcorn movie. You know, there's some fun action sequences.
It was good.
It doesn't demand too much of you emotionally or intellectually.
No, you didn't have to know really anything about the Predator or Alien franchise.
Nope. It was a total standalone, which I think they should get credit for.
Yes.
That I understood and followed along with the film without...
It has the Easter eggs if you've seen them, but we, historically, I have only seen the first Alien and the first Predator.
I saw Alien versus Predator, which I think is like 20 years old, so...
So you've seen Alien, Predator, and Alien versus Predator.
Versus Predator. I think I saw the second one, too, which wasn't very good, but...
I guess the big Alien could fight the Predator, but, like, honestly, there's a very easy way you can fight Predator, I feel like.
The Alien?
Yes. Just gotta take it unawares, implant its eggs, and then Predator dies.
Well, that's why they made a movie.
I don't have to see it.
See how they could get away with it. Yeah, so, I mean, it had, like, fun... some fun action sequences. I think it was one of the better action films we've seen this year. I probably because it was different and it paid, like, little... homages to different action genres and stuff. So it was pretty good. I don't think they're changing cinema with that one, but...
I could see how that gets a sequel.
Yeah.
I did end the movie with being like, oh, I could watch another one of these if they, like... Because they kind of set it up for a sequel.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, yeah, I'd watch another one.
Yeah, and I mean... Yeah, there's a reason movies like that make money. Because a lot of the action recently, and I'm not complaining... John Wick came to the theaters and took the world by storm, and that one man on a path of total vengeance in like 90 minutes of carnage has been the model for almost every action film for a while, with a few different twists, and we're starting to see...
Sometimes it's a woman.
That's true.
Sometimes it's Ana de Armas.
Yes, and we're starting to see diminishing results of that, because for a while they were doing kind of unique... clever stories, like the one with... What was the one with Brad Pitt?
Bullet Train?
Yeah, Bullet Train was kind of that same genre, which it had like a quirkiness to it, because he was like, I want to retire, I don't really like all of this. So it was kind of funny.
Did Josh Hartnett just do...
Yeah, we didn't see that.
It's like Bullet Train. Wasn't the same director as Bullet Train in the Sky?
It might have been. And then it was... We saw the trailer. This is getting a sequel. We saw in the theater Sisu, which is just... carnage. There's like barely a story.
But
He's just like
man
on revenge, blow stuff up, craziness, which is kind of funny.
I think killing Nazis always hits.
Mm-hmm. And then this time he killed Nazis in the first one.
Oh, now he's killing Russians.
Soviets, yeah.
This communist, you know.
Well,
what else are you gonna do?
Well, I mean,
though I want to point out man versus like never-ending line of other men, I feel like started with the Jason Bourne movies, just putting that out there.
No, those are different. Those are political thrillers. There is no political motivation for John Wick. They killed his dog.
I consider that political.
No. There's a whole, like, sub-story in the Bourne trilogy that's about the government, and there's no government. There's other
John Wicks are political. He's fighting against institutions.
Yeah, but like in a world-building, silly, fantastical way. But
still political.
No, I disagree. It's not political in the sense of like the Bourne movies are literally they're a commentary on the Patriot Act.
Well, yes.
I mean, there's no hiding. They're commentary on like the deep state.
Oh God.
The radical left.
I've triggered something.
Okay.
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 Yeah.
Jason Bourne.
Bringing it back to
Man loves.
Oh my God.
Very sad.
Very sad. Bringing it back to Predator Badlands.
Yeah.
Could have been 20 minutes shorter. There were I think there were times where the screenplay was pretty good, and there were times where the screenplay was like literally one of the lines was like Death Planet with the unkillable monster, but in the
I think it was supposed to be funny because it was his brother, right? That was like, you want to go to the.
I don't think
you want to go to the Death Planet with the.
No, that whole there's no jokes in that and their dialogue. It was all
that
very
movie was very
serious. Well, it was, but it barely came from the what are they?
I think it was supposed to be
or whatever.
If you had an older brother, you'd know.
Touche.
So
where did that rank for you?
That is a good question. I don't think we ranked this one.
We didn't. So live ranking. Here I'm gonna instead of reading out your list to you, which I know we'll just.
Where did you put it for you?
I haven't thought about that yet. Definitely better than Love Hurts. That's not saying much. I feel like it's probably gonna be towards the bottom of like my second tier.
Ooh, this is the area it's in. Oof, okay, so here's a question. Was that better or worse than Superman?
Oh, that is a question.
You know what? I'm going to say that I'm going to put that at... Yes, I'm going to put that at 25. Which puts it ahead of Superman, Captain America. I can't believe that was this year. What a long year.
Yeah.
Oh, hello! What are you up
She's
to?
not happy with me.
Are you gonna step on the computer?
Probably.
Alright. Well,
For me...
Oh, God. Yeah.
For me, I'm not going to overthink it. How did Wolfman end up so low on my list?
I think there's a recency bias on this list. There's a lot of movies from the start of the year that are probably lower than they should be.
It's going between Karate Kid and I Know What You Did Last Summer. That is 29 for me.
Okay. Wait, Karate Kid is 28th on your list? That is absolute madness.
Excuse me? The Monkey is like 30th on your list.
No, it's not.
It's 28th.
Is it really?
Like 30th. Implying margin of error.
I'm not as big of a fan of the violent horror films.
That was funny. Oscar Perkins is funny.
It was funny.
I'm excited to see Keepers. That looks like it's going to terrify me. In a good way.
I don't remember what that one is. I feel like we're trailing off here. Well, we're glad to be back on it. And thank you for listening. If you enjoyed, please like, subscribe, follow, check out Off the Field and Screen.
Just put the
There's film
podcast
reviews.
On mute and listen to it 15 times in a row.
We're not suggesting you do anything illegal.
That's not illegal.
Okay. I'm just saying, like, blanket statement. We would never suggest you do anything illegal.
The views and opinions of this podcast do not reflect Mary Ruth.
I don't know who else they would reflect.
Is that the disclaimer?
No, that's just... Okay. Alright, thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed. Check it out. We're going to get back to the movies more often now that we're all feeling better. Have a good week.